It's that time of year again. It's December 19th. Moving on to the holidays. Everybody's thinking back on the year. And one thing is certain. It's that people don't care about you as much as you thought they did. You're a little more alone than you thought you were. But I'm here to tell you, in a world in which no one else gives a shit, no one else wants to hear it, no one wants to listen to you, tell me who your top artist is on your Spotify flashback and I will actually check them out. And we're on to the episode. Hello? Amazon? Bezos? Bezos, sweetie, what's going on?
The radiation profile. It's like a reactor failure.
For a gigantic reactor.
It's the fucking God particle. I can't get away. Proto-molecules in that one. God particles in this one. Reactor explosions.
What you do is you get a lawyer.
Shoot the fucking gun in the air. There you go. Yeah, there you go.
Cat's got some. But I give you my word. I'll do everything I can.
I like the little lip snarl here.
For Earth. But I give you my word. I'll do everything I can.
Is that her? Oh. How the fuck did she get there? How did she get there?
Oh my god. I thought those passing by the RCE had.
Oh, she snuck on when they took... Okay.
What are you doing up there?
That's the shockwave. Dude, that's sick!
So that would put the blast at... Jesus.
That's sick. You can see it. You can see it spreading out from the epicenter too. And it's pushing everything. Like everything. That's pretty cool. Yeah, but
I'll be up there soon enough.
why? Oh no! Wait, am I okay? Okay. No. I woke up and I was like, oh, it's a little itchy. Let me... Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Is that the God particle? The reactor? Reaction?
You're gonna open up a channel to Felsia Mazer, right? On the Barber Piccola.
What?
Must have done a lot of short.
Dr. Lucia.
Hauling all that ore
I
up to your ship.
I could have sworn. I could have sworn.
I have no idea.
I guess I could just look at this when
Just
she
feels
pops
dead.
up here.
The eye hurt me.
Okay, I was going back to look up what her fucking name is, but then what the fuck? I mean, so it's good they're leaving, right? Because something's in the fucking ozone or the air, whatever, or what in the food they're eating. I don't know. This kid's infected with something, but this wasn't what I was actually looking for. Yeah, Mazer. I forget. I forget where it was. I guess.
What?
Maybe it's not important or something, but I could have sworn they say her name.
I guess.
But regardless,
Those are
irregardless, Mazer. So who the fuck is Felsia Merton? It's a doppelganger.
Mazer, right? On the Barber Piccola. You guys want to be alone?
I don't know who that is. I mean, I know who they're... I'm aware of who they're talking about, but...
Are you all
Papa told me to kill anyone first.
True. True. Is it doing its... Is it doing its fucking... No, I'm not sure. I was like, is it doing its like slow-mo thing? But then it would like freeze. I don't know. Let's find out.
It's like that sort of molecule is back at it again.
Fuck.
MTA modernization continues. Corporate spy, Bobby.
You're breaking my wrist.
Yes.
I like this. I kind of like this.
Why would I be?
You stupid ass bitch. You trying to play me? Get out of here. Ruby Rose the traitor now? That's kind of cool. She's having fun. I'm having fun. Oh, no. Murder.
Thanks for giving a shit.
It's not something you'd often hear associated with him. I mean, he does, but, you know. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Got a little
Okay, for an
problem.
earthquake, it wasn't so bad.
Really good to hear, Chief.
But that whole come down and sweep y'all up safety plan that we had.
Designed for this kind of work, and
The drive is out. We can't speed up.
Well, you will be able to, because Felsia will fix it, because that'll
Bob will fall.
resolve her character. But
And burn.
I'm not gonna
Dorosis batteries
spoil
will
it.
last longer, but eventually,
To make that work then, won't we?
it's the only shuttle that matters. The one that was a little tinkered with. Just in case. Just in case. Just as an option. If the Belters, you know, go back on their end of the bargain. Just in case.
This is Mercury. Is there a problem with the shuttle?
We just lost contact with the Chief. Stand by. The shuttle is gone, sir. All we're picking up are high energy particles in the vicinity.
What's going on with the moon?
Science team is on it. They think it might be melting.
Nothing else. Leave the ship until you hear otherwise from me.
Understood, Chief.
So what's plan C?
Make the town into a reinforced shelter that can handle 200-kilometer-per-hour winds and massive flooding.
Plan C sounds like everybody dies.
Hold on. Give me a second.
This is Mercury. Is there a problem with the shuttle?
We just lost contact with the Chief. Stand by.
What the fuck?
The shuttle is gone, sir. All we're picking up are high energy particles in the vicinity.
What's going on with the moon?
Science team is on it. They think it might be melting.
Nothing else. Leave the ship until you hear otherwise from me.
Understood, Chief.
So if I don't know, someone will know. Doesn't the moon, like, even not necessarily in the Expanse, just for my own edification, doesn't the moon exhibit some gravity and some effect on Earth? I know about like the waves and tide and stuff, but if a planet had two moons and one of them melted from a celestial body just melts and that was exhibiting some sort of gravitational pull on it, would the planet like just start like the planet's orbit would change, right? And then that would cause a whole bunch of other shit to fuck up. maybe that happens in here, but like just someone who actually knows. I gotta be honest, and what I said last time, I think that's so cool. It's not like, you know, it's not like Mars attacks. It's not like Independence Day. It's not, you know, oh, their plan is to wipe out humanity, or they go, you know, oh, they travel from galaxy to galaxy, sucking up all the resources and they move on, right? They don't like, they're not Galactus destroying planets and moving on. All of a sudden, the reaction of the fuel stopped working. Then this shuttle melted, and now the moon is melting. It's like wholly alien in the sense that you can't know it, like in that definition of the word alien. It's also alien, but which I think is pretty cool. I mean, so this part,
Those structures have been here for over 1 billion years. If anything,
so this is a little like, it's not super tight. This part right here.
Does it seem strange to you?
That these things have lasted millions, maybe billions of years, and we can break them with torpedoes?
Maybe they wore out and got brittle.
It's obviously it's going to be stronger than anything you build out here, but the way he's saying this line is like he didn't just blow up one with a torpedo.
Not resolve this quickly, hence to the UN's satisfaction.
Then they will never leave. And we won't be able to force them to go.
I like, well, let me not stop on this dude's nip, because this is very real life too. The way that these two competing organizations would talk and communicate with each other and like vie and jockey for position. It's interesting from a narrative perspective. As the viewer, you can objectively look back because you have all the information, but from each perspective of it, from the UN's perspective of it, the belt is like beneath them, below them. And okay, we're going to let you take charge of the ring. This will be a chance to prove your value, but you have to sign the agreement with us and Mars for neutrality to monitor and control this stuff, whatever. But we're not going to let your ships go through until we figure out stuff. Like, we're the two factions in charge, and you're still kind of stuck in the middle. But it's a step up from where they were before. But it's interesting, like in this conversation here, I'm not sure how to explain it, but like they're trying to make it work. But the other side is not trying to make it work, which I find kind of interesting narratively to think about. In the same way, I mean, there's a scene with Bobby, so I'll just talk about it when it comes up with Bobby's thing. I think one of the things that I really enjoyed is that both sides, or all three sides, but I'll just say both sides get screen time, and you can understand both sides. Not everybody liked Aaron Wright, but you could listen to what he was saying, and you could empathize with it and understand how he got there. In the similar way that you can empathize with and understand Anderson Dawes and Fred Johnson, the belt as a whole, OPA as a whole. Ashford originally, when he came on and he was talking about meeting with Anderson Dawes in the uniform and trying to be uniform, like that makes sense. Avasarala, what Earth wants, what Mars wants. On Illis, it makes sense. Holden's perspective versus the belt's perspective versus Earth's perspective on the planet and what they want from the planet. And, you know, I can see how with the characters doing different things and the sort of pacing and tone being different than what it was in the previous seasons. And I think from some of the comments, people are saying this is like kind of dramatically different from the books in terms of keeping the characters like having things to do. I can see how some people get put off by this, but I do think it's good. Even if you don't like the storytelling, you don't like what the characters are doing, set that aside. I do like that they're able to portray both sides, or all three sides in a couple cases. All three sides is very fleshed out. Everyone's making intelligent decisions. Like the bad guy is intelligently thinking through what would be the best play. The good guy is thinking through what intelligently is the best thing to do. Even if, you know, narratively we're still like pushing towards a certain climax, whatever.
Told you it'd be.
Deposit received 10,000 creds. Screamin' Firehawks, food and drink, MVT day fare, Londres Nova Superior. Traitor. I know it. I can tell.
Little place. And if you don't want to be here, leave.
Hey, cut the shit, or you can both leave.
I like SIA. Ruby Rose rubbed me the wrong way.
I'm sure that all of this must be humiliating.
Martian Strong in the
And
background.
for you.
Study up, people. It's going to be a very nice
Hope
story.
of Mars. So again, I can completely see why people didn't like this season with what the characters are doing. I'm still like struggling with it. Bobby's doing this thing, but I do want to point out all the cool parallels and narratives that I'm seeing with this. So Bobby also represents Mars, like Mars as a whole, in that very warlike, very regimented, very fierce, very strong early on, very combative. And in this season, they've set up, you know, Mars. It's not the same Mars that we used to fight. We're seeing Mars is sort of devolving. They're losing a lot of that luster now that the war's over. A lot of the veterans are back and not really feeling valued, and they're not bringing value because they have no jobs to do. They have nothing. They can't put those skills to work. So you see Bobby just sitting in the apartment doing like very menial work, eating fast food or, you know, microwave food and drinking beer. And then you see the seedy underbelly of it, the drug lab, and the what was it, the dock thing that she does. She leaves the door open and they come in. The corruption in the police department. And that's a parallel of Mars changing as well. And then this part, again, like this little smile.
3, 2, 1.
Right? She's doing something that she's good at, right? And she's kind of enjoying putting those skills to work again and being like in that type of environment. But again, it reflects on Mars as a whole, what's going on with Mars and how they've changed. And then specifically this scene. And then this thing here with the guy, it's not necessarily something I would have pictured her doing originally, like in season whatever 2 and 3. But if you think about her and Mars like kind of being together and their stories being intertwined, this makes sense. This is a new direct, in my opinion, this is like slightly different than what she would have done. And then specifically what they've chosen to
That's not an answer.
plug in on the TV behind them.
It's understandable.
Right, with like the Mars Strong thing that was up there at a certain point. Right here, yeah. Must be humiliating for you and for him that you've fallen this low. Now you're helping us, you know, Breaking Bad in the background, Martian Strong.
And for you.
And then there's one other screen, I forget. Yeah, it's still weird seeing her do all that stuff, but I think the parallels with her as a character and Mars as a planet, I think there's a reason why they did that. You know, it's different than the book, I believe. But I think their stories are like kind of close.
A lot of people. There's a lot of belters. If it comes down to them or us, it's us. Holden and your new boyfriend may have a problem with that harsh reality. Is it a problem for you?
If that's the case, I'll do what needs to be done.
Sometimes when you're on Oregon Trail, you mess up that mini game, don't get enough food, Gotta let old Susan die. Oh no. Oh no. Dr. Okoye is not looking Okoye. Alright, what is this eye shit?
That's not good. That's not good.
What? I like this shot here. He's like a fucking badass Mortal Kombat character with those burns and scars. And here, obviously, I mean, he's got better hair. And he doesn't have the burns everywhere. Oh, this fucking baby's dead. This baby's fucking dying. Look at that cute little baby belter onesie.
Transponder was the Pazuzu, a Belter ferry en route to Palace.
Oh, I got that from Domino's a couple days ago. It was pretty good.
In a few hours, every available OPA asset will have eyes and ears on that ship.
So that's the tie-in? With, That's the tie-in with Bobby and, the belt? I wonder who these people are stealing stuff for in the belt from Mars. I like the music.
It'll be the hardest thing I've ever done.
Did I tell you about the time I fought a proto-molecule hybrid? Ooh. That's kind of cool. But now, now it's identified all of you as a threat.
That'll do.
Are you sure it's safe down there?
No.
No, I have no idea.
What was that for?
I saw this movie Alien once. It's an old movie, but just in case there's some eggs down there. I like when movies and shows do that, when they reference like real things as like fiction, like, oh, the Back to the Future, right? When they show the movie posters.
Do you need them both?
Ooh. Ooh.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck. Well, that was a lot worse than I thought. I thought it was going to be like, the one shockwave from earlier. So what about all the people? I mean, the food problem. Maybe the food problem's already taken care of. Maybe they got enough food now, because they all went flying off into the distance. And their little buggy's probably not in a good spot. Bezos. If you need an extra to be a dead person or to get kicked out of Nairlock, just holla at the kid. Holla at your boy.
Same to you, Alex.
Oh, it was understood.
Little chique. Oh no.
Mako is on that ship. He would make mistakes eventually.
Nah.
Words to
Not my boy. Not my boy.
Be able to talk his way out.
I still like them. I like that pairing a lot. Who the fuck is that guy?
He's locked me out.
Who the fuck is that guy?
For help. I'm out of air.
What? So I can't quite tell.
Let's make some money.
I'm assuming you wouldn't like blind the guy.
Nice work,
and
hero.
SI said that's not the way we work. And Ruby Rose would kill him, but I don't think he would like it. I'm gonna go with that. The guard is still alive. Because otherwise you wouldn't like bind him, right? He'd just be... Yeah, I think the guy's alive. He's just bound up. That's what I'm going with. Impressive, Snake. Rum, dum, dum. So everybody made it in before the shockwave, I guess? Chica, whatever. It's gonna infect everybody. Now, everybody knows I'm not good with physics. But once I'm assuming they're gonna pull the door up, the water pressure will just keep that piece of metal there, right? Like you might have some leaks around it, whatever, but that little piece of metal would actually have enough pressure on it to like lock it in place, I believe. Dude, this is pretty sick. Ooh. Ooh. Like, I mean, it looks weird, and maybe you wouldn't think it would do that, but like all the people who know physics, it would actually do that, right? I think it would. I think the pressure would actually like force it to stay in place. So I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that. I don't need to. Yeah, there's no like big recap. I like how they're explaining the different factions and the sides, that sort of parallels with Bobby and Mars. I enjoyed. The one thing that kind of like caught me off guard, or like I had to think about, was if there's one thing that could survive it, or the protomolecule stuff has been here billions of years. If there's one thing that could survive it, it would be that. When the episode right before that, don't you think it's weird that architecture, whatever artifact that's been here billions of years, we were able to destroy with the thing? And the guy goes on to say, oh, it was frail. And when they show it, like, it was fucked up. So that like threw me through a loop. But yeah, done. 6, 7. Keep going. On the 7th day of Christmas.